Sure, that's good.
Okay. Can you explain when the art form began and why?
The art of Buddha sculpture.
Yes.
Buddha sculpture in Tibet. I do not really know exact date, or I'm thinking that people would really not know exact, but it at least begin in the Buddhist form from the 7th century when Buddhism was introduced in Tibet, because at that time first was invited a monk who, a very learned scholar, to bring in teaching teaching. But as Tibet then was, as we call it in quotation, untamed country, they have been. He has advised the king to invite a very famous and able and accomplished tantric master by the name of Pema Sambhava, Guru Pema Sambhava, who introduced Tibetan Buddhism. As he is a tantric master, so there are, as in the Tantrayana, there are many ritualistic items performed, and one way of borrowing this using ritual cakes is from the pre-Buddhist religion or spiritual culture, which is known as Burn, which is very well known into this kind of diagrams and cakes and effigies toward of many other malignant spirits. And so from there, the interpretation of the colors of the butter, decoration, the shape of the sculptures are of course interpreted according to the Buddhist tenets. But this is, I think, a borrowed tradition from Burn tradition.
Can you explain what the butter sculpture is made of?
Butter sculpture is made in Tibet from the barley flour, which is fried, pre-fried, and is the staple food of Tibet. And barley flour, as any dough, any flour, you knead it, and when it reaches to certain texture, then you mold it into the shape you want, and then it is coated with melted butter so that it remains steadiness to maintain the texture and solidifying it. And then begins the art of butter sculpture. And these butters are clarified butters. In Tibet it has to be, that in other words, that it has to go into the process of boiling it over time so that the butter get clarified. And then dye it. And then I think in ancient times even natural stone colors are used, and or some herbal colors from plants. But of course, as we came into modern, whereas in India there are oil-based colors which are available and which are excellent dyes to use for these, and also does not really have to go to the extra step of clarifying the butter, but can found already a clarified butter known as ghee, and so it is an easier way. And so from there it's put in a bowl and in the cold water to maintain the textures and helping to knead it and fold it and shape it. And accordingly it's a slow, it needs concentration, focus and patience, so it takes quite a time to do that, and that's how they built